What is your will, my master?
Hey, what's up, Lando? This is a quick demo video for you, for your mom. Actually, this is the one of two demo videos I have of your mom. The second one is not for YouTube, so that stays with me. Anyway, let's go over your Saber. It's installed the Proffie. You've got a removable battery. I gave you CC Sabers LEDs in here for your main PCB. As you and I talked about, you'll need a recess blade. The recess for the PCB in that blade is going to be 0.61 inches. So whoever you have make that, just give them that. You can get away with 0.62 inches. Actually, that would probably be better, 0.62. And that's what we got here. So I tested this PCB outside of the Saber and everything works fine. I can put a blade in here just to turn it on real quick and show you that it works. I can hold it in, but we're not going to be able to swing it around much. Basically, I can just take it, hold it like this very carefully and turn it on. And then, so you can see the blade lights up, but then we'll turn it back off, all right? Because I don't want to mess it up. You've got a couple different pieces on this that come apart, right? The first one being the grenade section. So if you just unscrew the grenade section, it comes off just like that. And here's where I have your battery. I still have the battery in because I was doing a lot of testing, but it's easy to take in and out with your finger. And then basically there's your removable battery setup. Your spring side is in there because that's the side that goes in first. You're on a 7-pin PCB system right here that matches that blade side PCB in there. And then this piece stays in there and doesn't come out. All right, so we'll put your battery back in. And then we'll slide this back on. And we'll just work our way down the Saber. And then when you get to the control box, of course, you've got your red and green arrows here. They do work. I use the helper board. This was the first Saber that I used the helper board on. I've done a couple of these in the past where I had my own setup that I 3D printed. The helper board was very helpful. So it's in there. You won't be able to see it though. When you take your clamp card and you slide it back, and I did leave it pretty tight because I didn't want it falling out on you. We'll take it all the way out though. You've got this little reveal board that's on top of your helper board. So I just put the red wire in there. I put that little blue resistor on there. I did not put any of the gold greeblies that came printed out. I'm going to leave that in your box. I could not find a good way to put those on where I thought it didn't look goofy. So I'll just leave that up to you in case you want to put those in there. But I thought this looked pretty cool. But you'll notice over here on the side of my finger, if you could see that on camera, maybe not, there is a kill switch, right? So when you have this on, this clamp card on, you just slide it back a little bit to access your kill switch, and you come over here and flip it with your finger, just like that, right? But we're going to turn that off for now. And we're going to go over the last piece, which is your speaker pod. So, you just want to unscrew this guy if you ever need to get to your board. All right, and then I'll show you what this looks like. You unscrew that, it comes right out, and this is what it looks like. So on the speaker pod, what I've designed it to fit in this cap and kind of stay in. You can pull it out if you want, and then there's your 28mm Smuggler's Outpost Elite speaker. You just take this end cap and you put it right in just like that. It locks in place. And then when you take this out, you see here in the light, maybe, you got your two speaker pogo pins that line up with this PCB right here, and then easy access to your SD card and your micro USB. Now, obviously, you're not going to be able to use a 90-degree data cable on this guy. I use this one. On setups like this, I have to use one like this, right? But it reaches in there. I've done all the programming from here, so everything works fine. And when you're done with that, you just take your speaker pod, slide it back in, and twist it back on. And we will test this rigorously. So, tighten it all the way down. It's good to go. Come over here where I left this open, and we're going to flip your kill switch. And then we'll close this all the way up like that. You do have motion controls, right? You got your LEDs firing up there. Nice smooth swing. You do got your LEDs going back and forth. Your front button is your auxiliary for now. And twist off. And of course, you can switch that into config if you'd rather have these buttons reversed. But I've got your back button as your auxiliary or your power. And then your front button as your auxiliary. We will hold this blade in just so that you can see this PCB works. And that's about all as I feel comfortable testing it, because if you don't have a recessed blade, holding that in there like that's pretty iffy. But I just wanted you to know that those pins work. Let's test the speaker pod. So far, so good. Seems like it works, right? So, yeah, speaker pod works. Everything's working. We'll come back over here when we're done. Slide this clamps card back and then flip the kill switch with our finger. Just like that. Now everything's off. And then taking the battery out just like we did in the very beginning. Super easy. With that kill switch in though, you don't even need to take it out, right? But if you want to, come over here from your positive side and pop it out with your finger just like that. And that, sir, is your MoM in a nutshell. Let me know if you got any questions. If it looks good to you, I will get this out today. All right, thanks.